Welcome to Small Business Saturday.
Welcome to Small Business Saturdays video series with your host and my husband.
And my dad, Aaron Montgomery.
Join the conversation.
Let's talk some business.
All right. Good morning, kinda. We're almost afternoon, almost lunchtime here. So appreciate everybody's patience. I know we were going to shoot for 11 o'clock, but Kylene and Lewis, my wife and son, who you just heard on the start of the intro there, they ran a 5K this morning. I was really proud of them. And we decided, you know what, let's go out and celebrate, have a little breakfast celebration and stuff. And a little busy, obviously, on a Saturday morning. It's nice here in St. Louis finally. So everybody's out and about. And so we ended up being a little bit late, but I think all really good stuff. Let me get a couple of other things going here while I'm talking to you for a moment. Joys of doing this by myself. But anyways, today I wanted to talk to you about some things. First and foremost, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody who attended my seminars yesterday. I had a blast. I met some amazing people, and I can't wait to get a chance to get to know them a little bit better. We had 80, 90 minutes of me talking, so I'm really looking forward to getting to know a little bit more about them and seeing what's going on with their small businesses, and hopefully you'll get some things out of today. If you are checking this out live, feel free to ask any questions along the way, and looking forward to hearing what you have to say. Excuse me. So today, let me grab a quick drink to clear my throat so I'm not. All right. Yeah. A little being outside this morning has felt good, but it's new. It's been pretty cold there in St. Louis. I know it's been cold in a lot of other places in the country, but really haven't had much time outdoors, so it was really nice this morning. But anyways, we're going to talk about a SWOT analysis. And again, this is probably just a term that sounds harder than it is, and it's very simple to do. It's really not that hard. It's just a way to kind of think about your business. And like I said, it's not super hard or technical, but what it is, what you do have to do is you need to make sure that you spend some time with this. This is not something where you're going to sit down and write this out in 15 minutes. This is going to be a process. This has got to be something that you build and you think about, and you maybe talk to other people, you ask questions, you kind of do some market research and put this together, because these things are really important to know. But let me do something here. Let's hide this so these show up for you, and let's talk about what a SWOT is and how we go about it. So S stands for strengths, and basically what we want to do is we want to list out at least 4 things, is what I normally suggest, maybe more, that your company does extremely well. What are the things that your business is known for? What are the things that your business exceeds at? What are the things that your business does that's the most profitable for you? So you want to list those things out. Maybe a good idea to talk to some of your customers, maybe a good idea to talk to people from the outside looking in. Is that, you have the fastest service? Do you have the most knowledge of your niche? Are you the most reliable? What value added features? Are you the best screen printer in your city, or are you the best sublimator in your city? List out those strengths. A technique that my friend Terry Combs always recommends, which I really like too, is just make a list 1 through 20 and sit down. This is a way to kind of get this thing started. Sit down with that list 1 through 20 and just start writing. Hammer it out quickly. And, the first few are probably going to be pretty bad. The last few are probably going to be pretty bad. But in the middle, you've probably got some good information and things to start. And then once you kind of have an idea of what you think your strengths are, again, go ask other people around you, maybe, like I said, your customers or even your employees, what their take is on it. Maybe ask your spouse or somebody that is in a different business altogether what they think your company is the best at. So that's number 1. Number 2, The W stands for weaknesses. And this is not a opportunity to go and, Chicken Little, sky is falling, everything's terrible. This is more of just a make sure you understand what areas maybe are worth working on. What would the competitors come at you with? What do they see as your weaknesses? So, just like the strengths, we want to list these things out. We want to have an understanding of those things. It's important for two reasons, and one of those two reasons is not to beat up yourself. So if you have a hard time coming up with the weaknesses without getting depressed about it, don't. This has nothing to do with that. This is really only for two reasons. Number one, understand where you need to focus your areas of improvement. Number two, understand what you need to stay away from. So, if you are not the cheapest guy in town, which is a good place to be, if you are the cheapest guy in town, you better be really good at what you do, because you won't be around long if you're that guy. But maybe the weakness is that you're more of a value-added service. So what that tells you, once you have that information, what that tells you is, I need to make sure I steer clear of those conversations, figure out a way to work around those conversations. Going back to the price one, if you're not the lowest price guy and somebody comes to you and says, hey, Joe Blow up the street will do it for 50 cents cheaper, what's your comeback? And if you don't know what your weaknesses are, you're not going to have that comeback. And you should have a comeback. You should have a comeback for that. Okay, no problem. You can have that 50 cents cheaper, but are you going to get the things that I can do for you from a service standpoint? My shirts are going to be awesome, amazing. Your customers are going to love them. I have ways that I can help you with the designs. My service is second to none. You're going to be able to get your shirts quickly. Whatever the case may be, understanding what your weaknesses is a really positive thing, actually. And it's okay to have weaknesses. You don't want to be everything for everybody. You should have some areas that are weaknesses of yours. And again, just understand what those are so you can make sure that you're having the appropriate conversations and all that. So that's number two. The O stands for, let me get that up there, opportunities. And these, are all of the things that you should be thinking of from a big picture perspective. What are your opportunities in the marketplace? If you're really heavily into the school market as your niche, excuse me, you want to make sure that one of the opportunities you're listing is, hey, these local school districts that I don't currently have, those are opportunities for me. You want to kind of be as pie in the sky, big picture as you can with this. The areas that you want your company to go towards and strive towards, and opportunities in the marketplace that you can win. And within these opportunities, list some opportunities to improve your business. Maybe some opportunities to fix the weaknesses. What are the opportunities that present themselves because of the services that you provide? Again, we want to list 2 to 4 of these opportunities in this little document that we're putting together here that's going to fit nicely in the middle of our business plan. All right. So number 4, and let's pop it up there. The T stands for threats. Now, threats, again, like weaknesses, this is not something that's negative. You might think of a weakness or a threat as a negative, but for what we're doing with this exercise, this is all about understanding the bigger picture of our company, of our business, of our planning. So what we want to do is we want to list out the threats so we're prepared to handle those threats should they come to fruition. Maybe those threats are new competitors, changing in the marketplace, those types of things that may happen. My funny one that I always love to share with people when I talk about this and this is probably way too far beyond, but there's no reason not to necessarily go this far. But we're in the garment decorating business for the most part, doing decorating and stuff like that. So shirts and whatnot. So what happens if the world turns into a nudist colony? That's a threat, because now we're not going to sell any more shirts. Now, maybe you change your business to do temporary tattoos or something. Anyhow, like I said, wild, crazy, way too far one way. But don't be afraid to understand and try to prepare for things that maybe you don't even know to expect. But if you're thinking about those things ahead of time, you're 2 steps ahead because you've thought through this. You can take those threats and run with them. Amazon buys 25 Kornit direct-to-garment machines and starts Amazon merch. I don't think we really knew that was going to happen, but it's happened. And so how do we battle that? Easy. Amazon's not going to have you. Amazon's not going to have your service level. There's so many ways to combat these threats, but you have to know what they are so you can combat them. So again, list those out, make a description of them, and then answer how you're going to face those threats. All right. So that's a SWOT analysis. See, a lot easier than it sounds. And to make it even easier, I do actually have a template that has this some more information that you can go through. I give you some ideas, some kind of steps to go through. It's also going to help you do a little bit with your mission statement, your target markets, your marketing mix, products and service goals and milestones. It's going to give you some feedback for doing that, just to kind of the middle section of your business plan here a little bit. So if you will do that, if you would like that, I will give it to you completely free. And let's just see what you have to do here. Let me type it in real quick. Oops, I already have it typed in. Perfect. So just sign up for my newsletter, and let us show that now. Just sign up for my newsletter here at aaronmontgomery.info/getconnected. And if you'll sign up for my newsletter in the next monthly newsletter that goes out, I will have that document there available for you. If you would like to get your hands on it before my next email goes out, and that's probably going to be about 2 or 3 weeks before the next email goes out, because I just had one go out. So it's a monthly newsletter. So if you want to get your hands on it quicker than that, still sign up for the newsletter, and then put a comment on the video here, and I will DM you, direct message you the link to get that. All right. Awesome. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day and a beautiful Saturday. And I can't wait to talk to you guys next Saturday. Again, would love to have feedback about what you guys want to learn about. So please post on my page, direct message me, hit me up anywhere, email, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram. You can find me all over the place. So just make sure you're reaching out to me any way that's comfortable for you, and tell me what you want to learn more about. Thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day.